Hello, and welcome to MGT498, Strategic Management. I'm Dr. Steve, and I'll be your instructor in this course for the next 5 weeks. First, let me give you a little information about myself. My education consists of a bachelor's in theology, a master's in business, and a PhD in management. I spent 32 years in the IT organization of the Boeing Company, as well as 30 years as a regional training manager for one of the largest event security companies on the West Coast. We supported all the major venues in the Puget Sound area, including the Seattle Seahawks, the Mariners, the Sounders, and other concert and convention venues. For recreation, my wife and I are either camping in our motorhome with our 2 dogs or riding around the Northwest on our Victory Vision motorcycle. I've been on 2 wheels for 60 years and still enjoy a great ride. But enough about me. And now let's talk about this class. First of all, let me make this very clear. This is going to be a very difficult course for some of you. I know for most of you this is your last or close to the last class in your undergraduate journey. While coming this far is a great accomplishment, please do not assume that you can breeze through this class. I have several in every class that fail and must retake the course. It is imperative that you understand what strategic management is and the process that must be followed to successfully create, implement, and monitor a strategic plan. So what are the keys to being successful in this class? Well, first of all, read and understand the assignment requirements. It's the written assignment requirements document that's on the main contents page. Any paper that is submitted without your name in the file name of the document or that does not have each main assignment prompt separated by some kind of a heading will have 10% deducted from the earned points. With this many students in class, having to open papers to find out who wrote it, or having to read through a paper several times to see if you've covered all the points, takes up time. And time is very important when I'm trying to get these papers back to you corrected with the feedback in time for you to use and correct your following assignments by using that feedback. Secondly, watch the strategic management process presentation, which is found in the Week 1 content section. This will give you a good overview and an explanation of what we're dealing with in this course. Third, be sure that you understand what every prompt is asking for on each week's assignment. For example, the first prompt on your Week 1 assignment asks you to justify the guiding principles required for preparing effective statements that describe the mission, vision, and the core values. What I expect to read is a justification of those principles and not a discussion of any of the statements themselves. Since the fourth point, since the 4 weeks are journal entries that will be used to create the Week 5 presentation, my feedback from each week needs to be incorporated into those journals so the presentation will be correct. If you have not incorporated those feedbacks, and I'm seeing the same errors week after week, and along comes the presentation and you still haven't changed the content, then extra points will be deducted. The feedback that I give you is for your use in changing what you have done. So please incorporate those changes. 5. Do not allow yourselves to be late completing the weekly activities, posting your initial discussion response, or submitting the weekly assignments. If you have a legitimate situation that will cause you to miss a due date, contact me before it's due so we can work on an acceptable plan. I'm very easy as long as you talk to me ahead of time. If you call me the day the assignment's due or the next day and say, well, I couldn't get it done because whatever, I'm probably not going to be very sympathetic with you. And finally, the most important factor to aid in understanding the material is to think like a CEO. And not just any CEO, a CEO of a large company. So what that means is you need to stay focused on the corporate level. We'll be talking about strategies, mergers, acquisitions, things that pertain to this upper corporate level. Stay focused on that. Many of you have had marketing classes, and it's very easy to slip into marketing strategies. And all of a sudden I'm seeing in your papers product strategies, marketing strategy. Those are down at a lower level. Let's stay at the corporate level. It's very important to understand this is not a marketing or a process improvement course. Above all, if you have any questions, no matter what they are or how much you think they might be frivolous, ask them. If they pertain to the whole class, please put them in the course questions on the main content page. If it's more personal or you feel maybe embarrassed to post it there, send me a message on the message board. I watch those every day. I will get back to you with an answer, and we can work through to make sure your questions are answered. And that's it for now. Enjoy the course, and please stay in contact with me. Let me know what's going on.